Okay, so we have citations here, but we need to format our page correctly. So the first thing we're going to do is put in a header. So I'm going to jump down 2 lines and then back up, and I'm going to include, type the word works cited. In this case, it's a works cited. If it's a bibliography, you type the word bibliography. I'm going to highlight that, and I'm going to move it to center it, and that's done. The next thing I want to do is select all. So on my computer, I'm going to do Command A, otherwise it's Control A, and I'm going to change my font to Times New Roman, size 12. That's good. Okay, the next thing I have to work on is my hanging indent. And so we don't use a tab key for this. We grab the left indent, which is the triangle at the bottom of the ruler, and we drag it over to the 0.5 marker, and then we drop it. Then we remove our finger from the cursor, slide it up just a tiny bit, grab that rectangle, which is a first line indent, and we drag it back to the 0, 0 mark. And now you have your hanging indent. Great. So the next thing we want to do is get rid of our spaces between our citations. So just pull them all up. And now what we want to do is alphabetize our list. Now I made this a very tricky list because there are 2 things that are very tricky. One is you have a 1200 there, and the other one is this one starts with the word the. The, or an do not count. So what we want to do is treat that as if it's an S, and we're going to treat this, believe it or not, as if it's a 12. Because when we say 1,200 lives, we wouldn't say 1,200 lives. We probably would say 1,200 lives. So we would have to use the letter that would replace what you say. So in this case, I'm going with 1,200 lives, although we've had a little bit of a debate about this. All right, so Harris comes first. So I'm going to highlight that, and I'm literally going to drag it there. You can copy and paste it if you feel more comfortable doing that. Make sure that if it lines up with the subsequent citation that you create that space, and so you still have the right number of citations at the end. The next one is helicopter parents. So I'm going to highlight that citation, and I'm going to drag it up. And again, I have to click to the end and hit the enter or return key so that I continue to move this. Remember that Slackman is going to come before state, so we're going to move that in front of teach. And here we have state. Remember, we're not counting the word an, or the. And so that's going to go right here before teach. And now 12 comes after teach, so we are done with that. Excellent. So we've alphabetized our list. We've created a header. Everything is Times New Roman, size 12 font. The last thing we have to do is double space our citations, and now we are finished.